Tuesday, July 22nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Wanted to show you the Greensboro Tower camera this morning, and we have some low clouds and fog that are in place in portions of the region. One of those sites is Greensboro. And as we go through today, I think another pretty decent chance of some showers and thunderstorms out there. The temperature in Greensboro right now sitting at 70 degrees. The dew point also 70, so there you go. Humidity at 100%. Now at Kill Devil Hills looks pretty good this morning. Beech Mountain, though, also socked in with fog up there in that portion of the mountains. Temperature 63 in Beech Mountain, 75 there along that portion of the Outer Banks. Visibility in Greensboro down to half a mile. Half a mile of visibility in Fayetteville as well. So certainly in some areas of fog to contend with for a period of time this morning. Now yesterday, temperatures held in check due to a lot of clouds and in many instances a lot of rain and thunderstorms. Notice your highs in the Piedmont, and at least in many Piedmont spots, in the mid and upper 70s. Currently, it is low to mid 70s in most spots, and it is remaining very, very muggy. Our dew point temperatures upper 60s and lower 70s in most spots as this soupy tropical air stays in place. Now, the setup today, not a lot of change from yesterday. Low pressure back in southwestern Alabama. Around here, the main feature is this frontal boundary stalled out across the region. That is going to fall apart today. But again, look back at yesterday. The southern half of North Carolina, tremendous amounts of rain. Let me show you these 24-hour rain totals. There you go. And, it was not just southern North Carolina. It was down through a good chunk of central and eastern South Carolina as well. This corridor north of Raleigh as well had some very heavy rain totals. Let me highlight a few of the totals there. Through the southern parts of the Triad viewing area, southern parts of Randolph County, southern Davidson County, over an inch of rain there. You got down to Stanley and Montgomery counties, even higher totals near and west of Norwood and Stanley County. You had over 2 inches of rain yesterday, and then they continued to ramp up. The rain totals did. An amazing amount of rain and some pretty vivid lightning as well for a period of time yesterday morning, especially from around Lake Wylie up toward Cramerton and Belmont. There on the eastern side of Gaston County, western part of the Charlotte metro area. And there was a surface report of over 6 inches of rain in the northwest corner of Lake Wylie. Big time rain, and obviously some flash flooding issues when you get that much rain in only a couple of hours time period. Now, at the moment, all is relatively quiet. You have some pretty active weather offshore from the Outer Banks. Some showers and storms moving ashore close to Wilmington and Carolina Beach this morning. Wrightsville Beach seeing some of that activity. And then you have just some widely scattered showers down in South Carolina. But I think the pattern today is, again, relatively favorable for some showers and storms. I don't think the extent of widespread heavy rain that we saw yesterday, but certainly at least a pretty decent scattering of showers and thunderstorms. And again, it will be a very uneven distribution of rainfall. Your biggest threat today would be flooding and lightning with any thunderstorms. Again, the flooding threat probably a little bit lower than yesterday, but still a flooding threat nonetheless, and only a limited chance of a storm that produces a damaging wind gust or some hail. Now tomorrow, that front will be will have fallen apart rather across the region. Our next front beginning to approach, but still too far northwest to play a big role in our weather. But I do think some scattered thunderstorms and hotter temperatures tomorrow. A lot of us pushing up to 90 or better tomorrow afternoon, and then that front actually slides into the region Thursday, so it looks like a good round of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. We'll have to watch this severe weather potential on Thursday as well, and then that front stalls out across coastal South Carolina and probably just offshore from North Carolina for Friday and Saturday. So it looks like a couple of pretty quiet weather days for a lot of the region. For the Piedmont zones, probably a couple of mainly dry days there for Friday and Saturday. All right, tropical update time. I showed you that tropical wave out in the Atlantic yesterday. It officially did get classified as a tropical depression later yesterday, and the system doesn't look too terrible on the satellite imagery. Nice cyclonic circulation there, but it is a small, pretty weak system. Again, a tropical depression as of the latest advisory, and it's probably not going to be able to do much better than that. This is the official National Hurricane Center forecast, taking this as a depression as it nears the eastern Caribbean islands, but that's it. Then the Hurricane Center calls for the system to dissipate. There's going to be a couple of factors working against this. You have some very dry air in this part of the world as this system approaches, and also the shear is going to be increasing. All these troughs you have diving down through the eastern part of the country, helping to enhance some shear Also, a couple little features out there in the Atlantic Basin enhancing shear. So the bottom line is the prospects for this system don't look too good. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.